so deep and you wanted to tell them so bad, but just couldn't find the words? Listen. Hey everybody, it's the one, the only, your favorite expat Xavier. Hold on, let me make sure that I didn't set this up incorrectly, because I know I be hitting the wrong buttons and stuff. I be hitting the wrong buttons sometimes because I be a little too eager. Okay, so it's not private. Y'all there. Do y'all see me? Y'all hear me? Okay, we got a whole topic tonight. We got a topic tonight. Once Upon a Gay Boy. This is another episode. Welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Gay Boy. Because I see that y'all liked the first episode of Once Upon a Gay Boy. So I brought it on back. I'm doing a lot better. Y'all can see. Hold on. Neck is really necking. Okay, so as y'all coming in, give me the thumbs up. I know that y'all didn't think I was going to let y'all down. I know y'all didn't think I was going to let y'all down. It's another episode of Once Upon a Gay Boy, period. Okay? And we talking about what all y'all ladies was requesting. I had a lot of people DMing me. I had a lot of people leaving comments and things, telling me that they wanted to have this discussion right here. And I want to know why. So I put in the poll, pay particular attention to the poll this evening, this afternoon, this morning for everybody in the United States. Pay particular attention to the poll. The poll says, have you ever had suspicions that your man, whether it was your man past, present, or right now, past, present, or future, whatever the case may be, have you ever thought that the man that you was laying down with some other people? Y'all let me know. I'm going to come into the comments right now. Oh, we got it pulled up. Hey, Denise Wallace. Hey, Black T. S. Dot says good morning, Zay and everyone. Good morning. Says good morning, Xavier O'Dow. Rule CS. Hey, y'all. So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and get this started because I know how this go. And I'll be wondering sometimes where people be at, because when I be starting out the conversation by talking to everybody, and then when I get in the conversation, that's when the chat be jumping up to 100, 200, and then it be too late. Okay, so while it's on 8, let me go ahead and get started. So the main story that I want to talk to y'all about, and I know that this person is going to remain anonymous, but I'm gonna tell y'all the story anyway, right? So I had a friend years ago. And this friend told me, well, first of all, I want to see if has anybody ever thought that they had a man? Anybody ever thought that they had one that was playing for other teams or was doing some things that was strange? Did any man ever get up in the middle of the night and exit the bed and disappear for hours? Anybody ever experienced something like that? Thank you so much, Auntie Lawanda, for the heart. Thank you for the floating heart. But anybody ever have a suspicion? I mean, it don't matter if it was in middle school. It don't matter if it was in high school, college, now. It don't make a difference. I just wonder, has anybody ever had any suspicions of a man and why? Because when I explain what I'm about to get ready to explain, it might connect a couple of dots for some of y'all women that may be wondering, do my man get down like that? Because like I told y'all in the other episodes that we had of this topic, you know, there are a lot of men out there that they like to do that, and they be the nastiest ones. Y'all, that was Newton's boss. Y'all, that was Newton's boss calling me. So where did I leave off, y'all? Have you ever had suspicions that the man that you were with was possibly, let's just call the thing a thing, gay? I don't even want to go with the bisexual. I don't even want to play and tiptoe with that, because typically, and it even had me wondering as I was sitting here gathering this topic together for y'all to discuss it with y'all, it had me sitting there wondering, like, what about the men that I dealt with that had women, or like whether that was past or present too, they had women, and what line? Okay, yeah, that's a good question right there too. What line could you cross that is like you can't go back? Give me the thumbs up on y'all way in. What line is, because I feel like, let me just keep it real, and we starting this off at the beginning of the video. I feel like once you've been poked in the butt, that's it. I don't know how anybody else feel out there. If put a one in the chat if you agree with me. I'm really talking to my ladies on this one. I mean, men, y'all could come in too if y'all want to join in on this conversation. But I'm really talking to the ladies. Hey, Ann Brown, thank you so much for the gift. I'm talking to the ladies right now. What is a action that a man, or a line that a man could cross where you feel like he could never come back when it comes to sexuality? I don't know. For me, that's my line. Like, I feel like, how does a man come back after being bent over? Life after being bent over. So the story, like I was telling you, I had a friend. We sat down, we was drinking, we was talking, and they explicit. And this is not just the only story, you guys. We're gonna get into some other topics as well about the same thing, DL, because somebody wanted to talk about that. Give me the thumbs up on y'all way in. I gotta stay in that YouTube algorithm, y'all. Y'all already know what I'm gonna say. I say the same thing every single day. Double tap, give me that thumbs up. Also, we got gifts, and this is a fully monetized channel, so super stickers, super chat, memberships, all that is available 24/7. Okay, so show your support for your boy, especially by giving me the thumbs up. Let's get the thumbs up in there, y'all. I don't see the thumbs up moving. Okay, there we go. There we go. I know sometimes some people forget, or they might get a little too excited, but all you do is gently double tap, because don't break your phone and blame it on me, because I ain't going to be able to help you with that, okay? So let me see some of the comments that y'all are saying. Let's see. Oh, Lord have mercy. Here we go with the people with the comments. Denise, okay, S. Dot, I spoke to y'all. Mr. Yama says, good morning. Good morning to you as well. What's up, Pit Bulls? Good morning. That shirt. You like my shirt? Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Be a man, grown man, by the way. That's exactly. What are those things on your neck? Hey, Zay Maz and chat, hit the like button and subscribe. Super stickers, super chats are available. All of that good stuff. We got S. Dot up in the building, says happy Friday, everyone. We got the secret of Laura. Laura, you already know what I'm gonna tell you. Hands up. Freeze. Hands up. Thumbs up. Double tap that screen. Give me the like. Let me see. What the F is that? Expat. Leslie says, good morning, Luanda Boo. Let me see, I'm coming down. Mr. Cool, really? I missed the comment. I didn't see what they said. Mr. Cool is Sky Blue's brother. Oh, the chat went all the way down to the bottom, so I'm going to just leave it at that, y'all. I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm not going to go back. So, like I said, I want y'all to put a one in the chat if y'all agree with what I just said. Are there certain things that you feel like if a man does it, that's just it? And I'm really talking to the women on this one, because it was a woman that came to me and said that they wanted to have this conversation. So I want to open it up, because I know, like, for me, it's, there are certain things that can be done, right? But at the same time, that's coming from my perspective. I feel like if you are a woman, you have a different standard of what you consider when you're selecting a man. And I believe a lot of women, I've heard them say that their fear is falling in love with a man that plays for another team, or plays for both, or be swinging back and forth. I don't know. I know for me, I'll speak for my part, because I haven't seen anybody comment on it yet, and I'll read in just a second. But I know for me, I told you guys before that I don't deal with the bisexual situations at all. Like, I don't deal with that none whatsoever, because I feel like you need to be having made up in your mind what it is that you want to do. And plus, some people don't want their mouth on places other places have been, right? And that's what the case is for me. I don't want to taste, I don't want to know, and I don't care how many times you brush your teeth. I don't like, first of all, and I feel the same way about men being with other men. I would love, and what I would prefer is for the person that I'm with to just be the only, we the only ones that have been together. But that's unrealistic, right? Because I've been with people already. That's already happened. It's already a done data. So, like I was saying, I was sitting with my friend, and we were drinking, of course. And well, he was drinking more than I was, which is probably why he told me about this story. So, this friend of mine was married to a woman, and I just never, for the life of me, I could never understand how, because I'd never understood how she could not know, how the children could not know, how the family could not know, especially when the rest of the family they would snicker, they would joke, they would laugh, and they would, basically say that, he had feminine ways. And I guess some people didn't notice, or they didn't want to notice. Or the wife didn't. I don't know what position she was in. But I know that he said, this is just one example. There are several with this person and the things that I was told. But this is one example. He said that sometimes he would get messages in the middle of the night while they were both awake, laid across the bed watching Martin. They was watching Martin. Give me the thumbs up, y'all. Double tap the screen and give me the thumbs up. So they was watching Martin, and then he would get a message from, the app. And I know that if you're in the community, you know the sound of that app. Because when that app goes off, you know exactly what's going on. You know what's happening there. So I guess she didn't know, but he was getting hit up. And then he would actually get up out the bed, go across town, and get smashed. And yes, you did hear me say that correctly. Get smashed. And then come right back and get up in the bed. Say, and he told me, he's like, my toes were curled up, and my eyes were rolling to the back of my head, and I slept so good. And I was like, where's the guilty feeling? Like, how do you not feel any guilt that you're cheating on somebody and they just don't know? They just laid there thinking that you're a heterosexual man. That's so weird to me. Hold on, y'all. I need to get myself a tissue. So I could never understand, like, my questions were like, how the wife don't know, and you didn't have no suspicions at all. How can any woman know that your husband is getting bent over and taken to Pound Town? How would you know that? And then if you found out, I don't know. I feel like some cases they got their own creeping going on. But like you see, the name of the title, you leaking because he creeping. Okay, so we're gonna get further into that. Let me read some of the comments real quick. Read my comment, nephew. Let me scroll up. Okay. Zay, I couldn't be with a man that had another man because I think that craving for another man will always be there, in my opinion. Let me pin you. This is honesty. And I really want to hear from the women on this live stream. I really want to hear from y'all, what y'all think, how y'all feel, and also give me the thumbs up. Okay. $6 man says hi. Hi, $6 man. J Future says Satan is testing me early today. Oh, okay. Well, did you pass? Hey, Egyptian Goddess 1111. Hey, Leslie Cole. Everybody coming in. Okay, I see y'all coming on in. Hey, Just Love Lydia. Give me the thumbs up, y'all. Double tap the screen and give me the thumbs up. Let's see. Y'all need Jesus God because he does forgive. Okay, and you do too. Hey, Tim Taylor. Let me come down. Nick, you can't tell what WTF. Hey, GTAQ. Let me see. But yeah, you're right. You would always feel like that craving is always there. Or the craving for something. Like, how do you know? I don't know. How do you? Now, that would be a good, interesting interview to interview somebody that identifies as bisexual and see how exactly they determine who they are in love with when they're attracted to both sex. What if there's somebody that comes along? What if, like, I would imagine that if you're bisexual, that you need to have the man of your dreams and the woman of your dreams simultaneously in like some tripod relationship. That's the only way I could imagine it working out. But I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. It's just me. It's just me talking. So, what ended up happening, this friend of mine got into a full-blown relationship with this person that they used to creep in the middle of the night with. They would get up, go over there. It got to the point where they even had their own house together. And then, mind you guys, the friend was going through an abusive relationship while being married at the same time, having to explain bruises, missing teeth, busted lips to the wife. but always saying that it was like a fight at the bar and all of this and this and that and the third. Like they just went out to the bar, were drinking and had a fight. But the truth of the matter was they were in an abusive relationship with a psychotic crazy man that was willing to do any and everything and was really sporadic in his behavior. So what ended up happening was one of these times the friend got fed up and called the police and actually pressed charges, and they went to jail. Okay, y'all following me? So later on, like every other fool, because so many women have done this too. They put the person in jail and then they sit there and they still in love and they oh baby, I'm sorry, the jail talk. They give them all the jail talk, the woo woo woos and the all of that stuff, and now they're back in the relationship, right? So they what he was doing now, mind you, the apartment is not being used right now because he's in jail. So he's back at home with the wife 24/7. So he was writing letters. Y'all already know, writing jail letters, sending letters to my baby. Y'all double tap the screen and give me the thumbs up too. So writing letters to his baby, and would keep the letters that were being returned, was keeping them in a briefcase. Okay. So then later on, like years are passing by, time is going by. Long story short, the wife found them. The wife found the letters. She read the letters, but the thing is, allegedly, she read the letters and she never did nothing about it but filed for a divorce. Like she just filed it for a divorce. She never told anyone, allegedly. And nobody knew. It just was like supposed to be this clean split and that everybody was amicable. But I always thought to myself in my head, I'm like, ain't no way. She had to spill the tea to somebody. Because if you find your husband has some damn love jail letters, you're gonna want to go tell somebody so somebody knows. And then on top of that, the children, they've got to know. You didn't move on, you haven't been with nobody since, that type of thing. They're gonna recognize that and they're gonna realize that. So let me see what y'all saying. I just subbed. Thank you, Tom. Let me see. Love the weed. Hey, love the weed. Hey, Lil Brat. Hey, Amari says, yes, you're going in and out, boo. Oh, is that what it is? I ain't even recognize that I'm going in and out. Hold on a second. Maybe I can adjust. Hold on. Now, is it better? Somebody let me know. Y'all put a one in the chat. Is it better? Hi Linda. Hey Sharice. I went out and came back in. It's good now. Okay, okay. So she found them letters, and I always felt like, there's no way that somebody doesn't know. They got to know something is going on. So when the divorce when the divorce happened, I kind of knew. Well, I mean, as I'm listening to the story myself, I'm like, okay, you definitely know that she at least told one of the children or siblings, mama, daddy, cousin. Somebody knows this information about you, because for the longest time, this friend of mine really truly believed that they were DL. And I'm like, I always felt like they felt like I was just so out there. And I'm like, and you are too, and you are too. Like, but I don't judge nobody else. I didn't care. I don't care what you identify as. If you feel like you are masculine, nobody can tell, nobody knows. If that's in your head, then I'm gonna let that just stay in your head. I'm not gonna bust your bubble. Let you feel how you feel, right? So even though I feel like everybody can tell, like everybody knows the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you do, like everything. It's okay though. But I let people just live how they live. If you want to judge me and that makes you feel better about yourself, then you do that. So later on down the road, like even though they're going through the divorce, they're still messing around and the abuse is still going on. That's literally something that's going on to this day right now. But there came a point where the wife came up with some type of STD, And like I said, you leaking because he creeping. But that's not really. I never did have a confirmation that that's where it came from, because what he actually did, he actually blamed her. But I really thought in my mind, like, you might have had something going on. Like, you might have had something going on where you're spreading diseases to your wife. But at the end of the day, the whole relationship situation, they were in a relationship where the person was really, really sweet in the beginning. And I know that some people out here might understand this with domestic violence. That's usually the way that it is. They're nice in the beginning and they're very sweet, very kind. And then next thing you know, they're going upside your head once the relationship is secured, and they have planted a safe zone for them to be a manipulator or manipulate you to do whatever it is that they want you to do. So the thing about this person was they had a smart mouth and the boyfriend had smart hands. Okay, so it's like you get smart with your mouth and he pop, you know, he would hit. He wasn't good with his words. He was good with his hands. You know, he would like to hit to get his point across. So he would bop, 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 and have, and then, but not only just bop, 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 but bop, 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 to the point where swollen eyes, missing teeth, all type of stuff. And then this relationship kept going on. Some people would say that this relationship was like karma. Did something just fly in my mouth? That this relationship was karma because of what he was doing on the low, and didn't have any remorse and didn't feel bad about doing it. So some people would say that that's karma, but was it? I don't know. Like, I have a belief that I believe in karma and I don't believe in karma. I believe that there are some people that they can do bad things and nothing bad will ever happen to them. It just doesn't matter. And then I have a belief that there are some people out there also that they do bad things and bad comes back onto them. So it's a mix between both of them. But they're still going through that situation right now, and we're gonna park that and bring it to another conversation. I want to talk about my own life. Okay, so my experience the first time dealing with somebody that was DL was in college. Okay, so when I was in college, hold on, before I do that, let me read some of the comments. Lydia speaking to Lakeisha. If your woman likes anal, why go to a man unless the man just wants to be with the man? Just live in your truth and not put a woman in danger. Exactly. Laura putting up the DoorDash. Let me see. Good morning, Zapu and chat. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. Alicia said, I'm born this way. If you are in the life, Xavier, you know your own kind. Period, Alicia. Exactly. Yes, a woman can hold many secrets. Yep, okay. You'd be surprised by the secrets that some women hold to the chest of out of embarrassment. You know what? You're right about that. You're right about that. She might have held to the secret. She might have. She might have, but she moved on, and she got her own situations now. But let me move on to my proudest gay man in the USA. I'm in Nairobi right now. Are you living in Thailand? No, I live in Nairobi. None of that will bring you happiness, fulfillment, or comfort, but you know who and what will, bro. He never left you. Oh, Lord have mercy. I know that's right. Y'all be coming in here with with all of that, them sermons and everything. So let me talk about my story, about how I experienced a DL man for the first time myself, and how I know what it feels like. Now, in the moment where I came to know someone, I was in college and I was a lot younger, so my thoughts were pretty immature. I did not care who he was with. I did not care any of the backstory, the background, because if I felt like if he were happy where he was at, then he would just be where he was at. So I was on an app. I was on Adam for Adam. That's the app I was on. And it was the middle of the night, and this person had been hitting me up, and they were just like, let's meet together. And I came to find out that we was going to the same college. However, they were like a star athlete at the college. So the way that he used to like to hook up was in the middle of the night. He would ask me to come over to pick him up, opposite side of the football field. He was a football player, and I would just get him there. He would have on a hoodie. Like the first time that I met him, it was really bizarre. It was really weird because he just like was covered up a lot until he got in the car. I was riding. I'll never forget. I was riding in my Chevy Caprice. Yes, I was. I was riding in my Chevy Caprice, and I went and I picked him up, and that was the first time that we met, and it kept being like that. It was always like a on the low type of thing, like don't want to be seen with nobody type of thing. And I always thought that, I don't know, I thought he was special. Not like that type of special, but like special, like slow. Because I'm like, I swear that people know, but this one, he was a little bit different than the other guys that I had ever been with. He was very masculine to where you could not really tell. So maybe he did live this secret life that nobody knew about. So y'all, I remember the first time that we got together and he was just laid across the bed and he said, "Oh, this feels so good." And I'm like, "What you mean?" And he was like, "Being somewhere where I know I'm not supposed to be." Huh? I was like, "Where you supposed to be at? You got some place that you supposed to be? What's going on with you?" Like, I now I'm being nosy because I want to know what's going on. Where you, what, who you got? Who you belong to. That's the night that I found out that he had someone, right? Because he just flat out told me straight to my face, like, we had not been involved yet, but I just liked this person so much because tall, light skinned waves. That's all I got to say. Tall, light skinned waves. That's all I got to say. I ain't got to say nothing else. Tall, light skinned waves. Tall, light skinned waves, y'all. He was tall, light skinned with them waves. And I just was like, I was, and then I never, I'll tell you guys the truth. I, I'm a very dominant person. So me to meet someone that's also that way, it was a turn on. It was attractive to me. So that was another thing too. Because most people, they don't like to take the lead. They want somebody else to. And, so I was like, okay, somebody that can be as dominant as myself, you know, that was nice. We fast forward in this story, you guys. So one day, and I was super petty. I was just like, I didn't care. We used to meet before I would go to work, before he would go to work, in the middle of the night, that type of stuff. And then it started becoming like, more distant. So we weren't seeing each other as often as before. And then one day he just called me and he was like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, what's going on. My girl is she's pregnant and I want to do what I need to do to be a good father and a stand-up man. I want to do right by her. And I was like, and now I'm just sitting here. Now what about me? You know, at that time, that really hurt. I'm trying to put myself back into the younger Zay, cause right now I don't give a damn. But younger Zay was hurt. Okay, I was hurt by that, and I just couldn't believe. And I'll never forget my homegirl. My homegirl called his phone, and she was just like, she cussed him she cussed him out because he blocked me. And so she called his phone and she cursed his ass out and just she dragged him. And then that was the last time I heard about that man. That was it. That was the last time I heard about Lawrence. Yep, that's the last I heard of him. So let's move on. So time frame, college years. Same time frame, I come across this other person and I'm just walking. I used to take the bus to go to school and I'm just walking because I was staying with my homegirl. I'm walking to her house and there's this beat up, ratted down, tatted down Ford Taurus that just keep following. And I keep seeing a glimpse of this person. It's like the car going so fast that I can't really see. Give me the thumbs up, y'all. Double tap the screen and give me the thumbs up. I'm like seeing the car go like zoom, and I'm like, what the hell? But I keep seeing like they head kind of out of the window. I'm like, what the hell going on? So I keep walking because I'm almost there. I'm literally on the last little leg. So he pulls around. Y'all know how when you cross the street, the crosswalk, he pulls in it and he blocking the way to get across to the street. And he like, don't I know you? And I was like, no, you don't. And I kept walking. Cause I'm like, I don't know what you on, but I kept walking. And he stopped and he was like, he pulled in a little bit closer and he was like, "You suck dick." And I was like, "Excuse me, what?" And he was like, "You suck dick." I was like, no." I was like, "But you know what? You so disrespectful that you gonna take me the rest of this ride home. I'm not gonna walk all this ride because I can't believe that you even pulled me over trying to talk, trying to ask some stuff like that. Who does that?" So I'm just I get in the car. He takes me there. I tell him, y'all already know how I roll. I like even him. I was about to take because I'm like, okay, you obviously lurking. You coming after me. Let me see what I can get. What you got? What you get? What you got? So he told me that he the local trap. You know how they do. They always try to make it seem like they doing more than what they doing. Probably selling a little couple of dime bags here and there, whatever. That type of thing. But he was trying to make it seem like he really, really, really was out there. And I'm like, okay. I was like, so yeah, you got it like that, right? You saying that you got this, you got that. Like, well, me and my homegirl want to smoke some, so where's something? We need something. Me and my homegirl, we need something. Y'all, the goal is about to end. Uh-uh. That's the first time not hitting the goal, y'all. But anyway, he he gives it to me. This like y'all know that was back in the days when people used to be them dime bags. So he gave me that dime bag. I go up in there with my homegirl. I'm like, girl, I just ran into this dude. This dude. No, I said I just ran into this dude, and I described how he looked, and she turned around and she said, "Me too." She turned around and said, "Me too," and she's like, he got the same hairstyle that you just said. I'm like, girl, and she's like, better yet, I got the picture. I'm like, no, I'm like, you lying. You lying. I'm like, I know you lying. You got the picture. She pulls up the picture and shows it to me. Y'all, that was back in the days when we had the flip phones. The flip phone days. Flip phones, meet the flip phones. Have a yabba dabba do time. A yabba do time. Yeah, we was on the flip phone days, y'all. So I look and it's this man, it's him. And I'm just like, yeah, that's him. I didn't even hesitate. I'm like, girl, yeah, that's him. And she's like, he was just trying to holler at me. I was like, I believed it. I was like, I knew he was a piece of garbage because when we was riding in the beat up old Ford, he had said, this my baby mama car, and I'm trying to I'm trying to stay on the low. And I'm like, but you in your baby mama car riding down in her beat up raggedy car that looked like it shouldn't even have been driven too far. It looked like one of them cars that she might have let him use it, but said go straight where you gotta go and come right back type of thing. And he over here parlaying, trying to ride here, ride there, and trying to stop somebody on the side of the damn road. And I had on some tight jeans that day. Booty was looking too big, and I was just like, okay. I instantly knew what he wanted when he started slowing down. Like he drove past me 4 times before he finally stopped. And I'm just like, what you want? And I felt disrespected, honestly. But I've been approached that way a lot of times. We're gonna talk about a few. So, but I thought it was so funny that my homegirl was like, "Oh, yeah, hold on, look," and I'm like, "Yeah, the little baby dreads. Yeah, he had them little baby dreads. Them little, yeah, them little, that little tiny dread." Let me see. Okay, let me read some of this. Sharice says, good morning. Caroline Joseph says, DL means on the download. Got it. Yep. You ate. I went out and came back in. Okay. She told mama. You know she had to have told her mama. You know she had to have told her mama. Let me come down. Just love Lydia. Lakeisha says, if your woman, oops, hold on. If your woman, okay, I read that already. It's these exorbitants. My brother is gay and I had to tell him to slow the F down. I know that's right. Lil Brad says, hi and good morning to you. Love your shirt. Thank you. Thank you. All my gay friends have an athlete story, LOL. Well, Honey child, that was the only one at that time. Let's just say, yeah, because I had to think. I'm like, yeah, at that time, that was the only one. Do we ever get to see Kenya? Steve Jones, listen, because you asked me this before, okay? Go to my channel and go watch my vlogs that are about Kenya. This live stream is not about Kenya, okay? It's about my life. It's about my story. But go and watch those hours and hours of videos with low views, okay? We talking 200, 300 views. If you want to see some Kenya vlogs, go add some views to those 300 views, okay? Go watch those videos if you want to see Kenya. Okay, because you keep on coming here saying that, but I have yet to see a comment from you on any of those many videos that I got on my page. How many times do I need to tell you? Let me see. Moving right along, acting all offended. No, I wasn't acting, boo-boo. I was offended. I had never, at that point in my life, I had never even sucked a dick. I was offended because I was all every time that somebody has come at me like that, I was wondering why they even came at me like that. Like what? I just got a face that looked like, oh, I can go on over there and get my, who does that? I still don't do that. I still don't do that. I think that's disgusting. I don't know how y'all ladies, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't do that. That's disgusting to me. It's nasty. I don't want to do no. I don't want to do. I don't know how people eat the box or eat the sausage link. I don't. I think mouth is not for that. Let me see. Alicia said, "Damn." Yes, I remember those flip phones. I had two of them, and the beeper couldn't tell me nothing. Period. We was working it back then, and so I'm laughing at it because it was funny that she had how she managed to get a picture of him so fast. They had just met at the grocery store. Like literally, he met her and then he was leaving from the grocery store getting some milk for the baby, and he stopped me along the way. You just greedy. You want me, you want my friend, you just freaky and greedy. Freaky and greedy. Freaky and very greedy. First flip phone you had 1984, 85, everybody had beepers, period. Hey X-Pac, you're so sweet. Hey Louis Dirt. Is that a fish scale shirt? Yes it is. Yes it is. That was offensive. Yeah, every time that a man has come at me like that has been offensive. Another time it was my boss. My boss, he left a note at my desk and he said, I want you, like, call my desk phone. He would never give his real phone number until, y'all, I didn't put myself back in the same position again. Oh my God. Whew. But he turned around and he actually, I'm finna go inside. I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. That pain has come back. Oh my God. We going in. People want to see me in pain because the views show just went up. Y'all want to see me in pain? I'm hurting. I ain't finna lie to y'all. I'm hurting. I'm coming in to get some medicine and to sit on the bed or lay. No, I'm finna lay in the bed and tell this story because honey child, baby boo, look, I tried. I tried hard, but I'm hurting. So, and look, the views just going up and up and up. Was the internet messing up or something? Like, what's going on with these views? Because the views is going up now. Medicine. Oh my goodness. It's so funny because the tramadol don't seem to do nothing that this do. This worked good. Wait, hold on. Is this what I think it is? Hold on. I don't want to take the wrong medicine. This medicine is in another language, y'all. Oh, it got caffeine in it. Okay. Let me sit that right there. Yeah, this is the same thing. Give it to me just like that. You know what I need from you, yeah. I need some water. This bathroom is, under construction at this point. Oh my goodness, I can't even move, y'all. He had kids too. You know, that's just how it was. Yeah, I know. Ooh, I hate that I'm feeling like that. But at least I'm on the inside with the Wi-Fi now. I'm on the inside with the Wi-Fi. What's up, my melanated brother? Hey, Shane Legs. Y'all saying what's up? Oh, I feel so much better sitting right here like this. Oh my gosh. I really need to figure out what to do about that. I really do. Hey, Creesha. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all, the views then went down. The internet must have messed up. Hold on, let me exit and come back in. Okay, we back now. Y'all. So I can already pretty much sense that a break is definitely gonna be needed. Gonna be needed. That person that came on here asking me about Kenya, will we ever finally get to see Kenya? Go watch the damn vlogs. Like, what do you expect me to do? You expect me to literally sit here on a cell phone on a live stream and walk through Kenya when I got all these expensive ass cameras making all these vlogs, and then you instead come to my live stream asking me about seeing Kenya and you want to see sightseeing, do all that stuff? If you don't go watch that video, it's there waiting for you. That's so rude to me. Like, people think that they got control over us or something. We are content creators. We make what you want to see. Go look at it elsewhere. If you don't want to see what I got right now, you just scroll and you find somebody else that's having a conversation to your liking. That's just how that goes. Yeah, it has been glitching for a minute. Yeah, I know. I know. The internet just is not interneting. Now I'm inside with where I'm right next to the internet box, so it should be working now. But yeah, I felt disrespected because he just left me that note at my desk, and I was just like, I wonder how he immediately I put myself in his shoes, and I was just thinking to myself like, okay, so you've been walking past my desk looking at me just thinking like, oh, I can just get this little gay boy to slob on my knob when we get off work one of these days. Like, that's really what you thought about me, and that's the offensive part when I sit and I think about it, and I'm just like, what were you thinking as you was walking past me? What was you thinking as you was driving past me? Just thinking that you could easily get somebody to be up on their knees like that, just like that. I don't know where people get that in their mind, get that in their head. It makes no sense to me. Very sorry about the pain, brother. It's okay. I'm old. The pain gone now. It's sitting in that position that hurts my neck. Sitting in that position for that amount of time, I just can't. So y'all, I'm letting y'all know now that I'm gonna take a solid break. I have to. It was like this before when I was in the Philippines. I'm always having to take that break because I need to go finally see a doctor to go get those epidural injections, which cost like $400 um, out of pocket here in Kenya, free in the United States. But I just cannot wait to get to the United States. I'm going to have to go ahead and go get it done because I can't continue going on with that pain like that. It's been like that for the past, like, I think the epidural that I had before wore off last year, and or some at some point it wore off, and now I gotta figure out what I can do to alleviate this pain because I'm not going to be able to do. That's why I've never done long live streams before, because the pain just starts. And now, because I've been doing live streams every day, back to back to back, multiple times a day, and I ain't gonna say that I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna say that, but we'll see. We'll see. But right now, I'm about to get up off of here because I don't even want to continue on with the rest of this live stream because I'm just. And I should have listened to y'all. Y'all the ones who told me that I should have just took a rest. But I was feeling so good this afternoon. I don't know. I guess the medicine must have wore off or something. But I'm feeling like I need to sit my ass down. I need to sit down. I'm finna get up in the shower. I'm finna wash my Abercrombie and my Fitch. I'm not gonna tell y'all when y'all the next time that y'all gonna see me on here, cause I don't know. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Like I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be in the mood, or I gotta get this pain under control first. So I'm gonna go take care of that. And who knows, child? I don't even know. Oh Lord, the way that that was hurting just then, it hurt really bad. It's like a shooting pain in just this one spot. This one spot, it just hurts so bad. I can't sit there like that. Let me see what y'all saying. Even though I'm born this way, um makes are always in my face, and my biggest problem is they can't miss I'm a lesbian because uh, I'm a lesbian gets me physically ill. I get physically ill with men approaching me too. I don't blame you. And the face I just made, like I get ill with men coming at me like that too, because I don't know. Am I the only gay man in the world that thinks that the male penis is like the most disgusting thing in the world? I'm like, I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all. I think the male genitalia and the female genitalia is just like we were created in such a nasty way. I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't. That's why I don't even know. Like when I was going through my phases, I was like, I don't know if I'm even gay because there are several things about men I don't even like. So it's just like, what am I then? What is left for me? What is left for Zay? Like, what am I gonna be? Make it make sense. Cause I just, child, I didn't know. Honey, child, baby boy, I didn't know. But my neck feeling so good now. Oh, it was that strain on my neck. Golly. Oh, y'all, let me tell y'all about this little story. Let me tell y'all about somebody. So it's this dude that I've been talking to for years. And if he still thinks like at some point in the early days, I was crazy about this guy. Like crazy about him. I was always talking about coming to Nigeria, and I was like, we were gonna see each other, and he used to tell me maybe, maybe. That's what he used to say. He used to say maybe. Now this man is all up on my ass, and it's just like, I learned things about him. First of all, I learned that he's slick. He's a last year college student, and he's slick because he had a baby. And I ain't gonna say had a baby on me because he was never nothing to me, right? But he still thinks that 5 years ago when I first, or 5, 6, I think it might even be 7 years ago when I first even knew who he was, that or he was, yeah, when I first even knew who he was 7 years ago, or however, I know 5 years ago. I don't know, however long it was ago. But he's 26 now. So, and now that I'm thinking about it, why is he still in college? But again, in Africa, it's kind of different because sometimes people can't afford their tuition, so they have to like take years off. But he had a baby. And I'm like, how you slinging your Dino around? How are you making a baby, but you can't afford to take care of your own child? You asking me to take care of your baby, but you slinging Dino. Go on about your business, honey child, baby boo. But if he only knew, like he forced me to tell him how it was that I really felt about his ass, because he turned around and he gonna say, you want to be with me, but and he's like, you want to be with me, and all I ask is that you just take care of me. And I was like, want to be with you? Who? I'm like, honey child, baby boo, you realize I'm in Africa now. I'm in Africa. Oh. This is Africa. Oh. I've been in Africa a while. If I wanted you, don't you think I would have been tried to make my way over there to you? Don't you think I would have been tried to make some type of arrangement for you to come over here? Don't you think I would have tried to take care of you because your tuition is $152? I definitely got that to spend. I'm not helping you because I simply don't want to. And then you tried to hide the fact that you got a baby, but you got one and she's too cute. But you need to learn how to take care of her. And I think that I'm so ashamed of this person for even having a baby, because you don't know how to take care of yourself. How are you gonna take care of a baby? I ain't even mad at that, but the fact that you think that somebody still wants you, I had to break him down like a damn pound, y'all. I had to tell him, I'm like, you don't look the same. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you didn't got fat. Like you don't even look the same as the back in the olden days. Like in the old days, you did look all right. And you know, he is subscribed to my channel. So he could pop up in the chat if he want to and try to argue back and forth. But I mean, it will be pointless because it is what it is. I ain't thought about you like that in ions at all. And even back in the days, I just thought that you was cute. That's it. Well, nobody really like I ain't never tried to initiate no relationship or nothing like that with you. And you don't look the same no more. The looks have gone out the window. It's gone. It's gone. Things done changed. You know, you done gained all that weight. I'm like, and I didn't want to tell him that because I'm like, that's so rude. I don't want to sit here and tell nobody that they done got fat. But he kept forcing my hand because he kept on talking about he was talking like he was just fine as hell. I'm just like, really? That's how you feel? I'm upset. I think did he say I'm obsessed with him? No, he said something like, you want me so bad. Want you so bad? If you want it so bad and you gotta get them back, say, oh, oh, cause it won't get no better till you back together, say, oh, oh, if you believe in love and you can't give them up, say, oh, oh, if it's nothing you won't do to get back with your boo, say, oh, oh, boy, I need you back. I never said all of that. I never said that, not one time. I never said that. I never even gave that implication. Never. And this man, he used to try to do everything to entice me. He tried to do everything to entice my money, though. Let's be real, because he used to tell me he was one of these, y'all. He kept telling me like, I would do anything for you. I'm not gay, but I would do anything for you. I'll turn myself gay just to be with you. I just want you to take care of me. And I was like, oh no, I'm not interested in that. But there are people out there that are. There are people that they tend to be older, but I'm like, I'm still young enough. I can still snag me one. I can still snag me one. I don't gotta be the caretaker. No, like, I'm not that old. That's normally them older people with them big pot bellies and stuff that they do all of that. No, I'm still young enough. I can still snatch me one. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, but thank you for the offer. It's good to know that you offered that. So if I do ever want a boy toy, I'll call you. But I never did. And he said it hurt his feelings. He was like, you got me out here. You can't even get my hair cut, give me some new jeans. You can't get me this. You can't get me that. I'm like, I'm not your damn sugar daddy. We and you don't have nothing going on. Honey, child, baby, boo. We don't. I'm like, we don't have nothing going on, and your cuteness is every year. I feel kind of sad because I'm like, dang, I should have just met you back in the olden days. Because baby to the baby, them looks done gone. Them looks done changed. When he was playing that soccer every day, he was about to go to the nationals and all that. That's when he was fine. Them days are gone. Them days, although we're down to the end of your road. Yeah, like he didn't hit the end of his road, and then now you got a baby. You didn't ruin your whole life and don't even know it. And don't even know it. You done ruined your whole life just having a baby. Cause you probably could have got a little bit of assistance. Cause I mean, you a single person, but now you trying to provide for yourself. And then I honestly believe that he really was gonna take that money and buy exactly what he said he was gonna buy: some shoes, get a haircut, and buy some new clothes, and not even buy nothing for the baby. I really believe that he was gonna do that. I really believe he was, because he told me, he was like, I'll even if you send me something, I will even go and show you the receipts of everything that I buy, because I just really need some new clothes so that I could, because he's a TikToker. So he was like, I'm gonna go on my TikTok and make some new videos, but I'm tired of making videos with the same clothes. And I'm like, oh, poor Tink Tink. Poor Tink Tink. I'm like, you're not monetized? Dang, I sound like a bitch. I was being super bitchy. But oh well, I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. I'm like, I felt offended by him saying like, what did he say? Well, first of all, he kind of dog walked me, y'all. He dog walked me. He was like, I could have been like other Nigerians and just use you. I could have put a voodoo spell on you. I could have done some black magic. I could have did this. I could have did that. I could have like, and I've been honest with you this whole time. I'm like, okay, because he's so hung up on the fact that I sent him some money before, y'all. I sent him some money one time because I asked him to do me a favor. You know, when it was coming to the other scammer, y'all, I wanted him to do something for me in retaliation. I just wanted him to find out what was going on. And he did that for me. He called and he was like, yeah, oh boy ain't in no hospital. I called him. He answered the phone. He was like, who is this? Everything was fine with him. He didn't sound like he was hurting or anything. There was no beeping. He was not in no hospital. And I was like, okay, touche. So if you watching this video too, now you know that he was the one that helped me, you know, to find out that you was a lying ass bastard. But anyway, he got hung up on that because I sent him $25 for doing that for me. And I guess he just wanted more. And I'm like, I'm not finna send you nothing else. Like you did, it was a fair exchange situation. You did me a favor. I needed you to do something for me and you did it. And now I'm done. But honey, child, baby boo, that man was trying to do everything to get up in my pockets. Everything he could. He was trying to like entice me. He really was trying to entice me a lot, y'all. I'm talking about what straight man, and here we go again with this DL shit again, y'all. What straight man is sending his ass pictures out to people? How would you feel if your man was doing that? How would you feel if your man was doing that, y'all? Clock that T. Clock it, y'all. That's why y'all ever notice when I be going through my phone, Leslie Cole, you been around a long time. Bridget, oh my, y'all been around a long time. Y'all know how I be going through my phone and trying to find the pictures and stuff, and I be sitting there laughing. That's why I be laughing, y'all. I be laughing because I have so many photos of all these men's asses and the print pictures. There was this one guy, he sent me a whole bathroom shower video. And I was like, you could have at least took your wedding ring off. I was like, you could have at least took your wedding ring off. And he was like, ha 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 ha. Ain't no ha ha he he ha ha hell. I feel sorry for the women that deal with these men like that. Cause I was like, and then on top of that, they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me. So that's what I mean when I say like it's a mean game out there with how people play the games that these men play. Boy, I really wanna stay so we can play that game you wanna play. Like they play games, y'all. It's not just what they do to y'all. They do it to us too, because they don't be telling us that they be married. They don't be saying nothing about that. We gotta figure it out. We gotta find clues. They don't be telling us they didn't have a baby. They don't be telling us none of that stuff. So what you thought was gonna happen, you thought I was gonna be a dumbass and that I was gonna fly all the way to Nigeria, go be laid up with you, and then be robbed. I was never gonna do that. It would have never happened. First of all, I would have had a security detail. You would never have been able to do nothing. They would have had you hemmed up so damn fast. Cause you paid for security detail. Okay? We never was gonna be ever staying in no same hotel. We was never gonna be ever. Cause if I'm gonna meet somebody like that, I'm gonna take precautions. I'm gonna take precautions. You don't just a child. But some people really think that you're that dumb that you're just taking chances with your life like that. But let me read what y'all saying. Kenyatta says, that's crazy. Sing it, boy, right. Zay, he was looking fierce. He was looking for a free ride. He wanted you to put out while he didn't earn nothing. Exactly. And Bridget, Miss Bridget, I really honestly think he was not going to use that money on that baby. That's the terrible part. This boy is too busy worried about the PlayStation, new shoes, clothes. What about the baby? I guess the mama just gonna have to take care of the baby, or the mama parents gonna have to take care of the baby. Honey, child, baby, boo. I'm mama say mama sama makusa. I ain't nobody mama. I'm not finna send. I'm not in that. I'm taking care of my own life, doing what I gotta do. But it's good. But I let people. That's why I had so much to say to the pig, cause I was like, you doing exactly what I won't do. You're doing exactly what I won't do. He's going for it. That's why, and I'm like, it's because of people like you that we have these men out here who think that that's what we gonna go for. Shitting me, shitting me. I ain't hit that point yet in life. Oh shoot, it's saying that my internet messing up again. It's saying my internet messing up. Boy, I really wanna stay. Leslie, good morning. Just Love Lydia says. Diamond says, sing it, boy. Okay, the internet must be messing up. Hey, Sharice, what the helly? Let's Zay spill the tea. Part of growing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Zay, you are so backed up on your comments, honey, child, baby, boo. Yeah, I know. I was bad on it. But okay, let me see what y'all said about the other part. Um, Dude, you bench press 225. Go play football. No, that's right. Hey, Mitchell, you said what? Are you gay, brother? I want to see what y'all had to say about the whole thing about these men sending out like how. Remember when I asked you guys earlier in the conversation what line can be crossed where a man can't go back? I feel like even that, what you sending pictures of your butt for as a straight man that likes women? I don't you feel awkward to even be doing the little pose like let me like don't that feel kind of weird and awkward? Like that don't seem like something that a straight man will do. Like that don't seem like it's so my thing is this. Cause when they try to come at me with that whole I'm straight stuff, I always be like, you just gay on undercover. You just gay undercover. I believe that you've done more, way more. There's this one dude. Okay, dang y'all, I got so many stories. There was this other guy, Nigerian as well, and I asked him. I said like, how did you find yourself? Cause we was chatting right, and this is how he described it to me. He said he's straight, but he had some experiences. And I was like, what you mean? I was like, what do you mean by experiences? So he told me he was like, he grew up in something like, African foster care. And he said there, they used to like mess around with each other. And he said like he used to let people like play with his butt. And I was just like, I don't get that. That for me, I'm like, first of all, why are you telling somebody that story? Because that's something that you could have just kept to yourself. Um, and then secondly, I was like, well, because I had to ask, I'm like, where's is that abuse? I'm like, was that abuse? Like, but he said no, he willingly did that. So I'm just like, okay. And I was just like, so and he was like, yeah, even though I did that, I just didn't really like it. So I was like, I don't know. People like that, they just strike me differently because it's just like I don't know what you identify as. I don't know what that is. Just like how I said about the taking the pictures and stuff. That I feel like that's a line that once you cross it, it's over. He wants to be plugged in. Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. And I believe honestly that the people that do this stuff, that they already have been. They already have been. Somebody that already had you. Don't even come to me like, okay, so this is funny. So recently, somebody that I met, remember I told you guys about those two guys, and the other one was the top, one was the bottom. So they're both gay, but one was the top and one was the bottom. The one that was the top like started hitting me up heavy. So anyway, long story short, because I ain't even about to get all to the nitty gritty of that, but he did things that the other person was unable to even do, but claims that he ain't never did that stuff before. I'm like, oh please. I'm like, please, you are quite experienced. Like, you know a lot of things. You pop locking and dropping and doing all type of shit. Like, come on now. Come on now. So when I talked I was messy a little bit, and I talked to the other friend. I was like, honey, child, baby boo, let me tell you, let me run back the playback. Let me run back the play on you and tell you how things went. And he was looking like, oh, huh? He did that. He did this. He did that. And I put two and two together instantly because I'm like, you looking real shocked like that's your man. You looking real shocked like that's your man, and that you surprised that he did this and this and that and the third. And like I told y'all before, he told me to keep it on the low and don't tell. But I'm like, I don't have to keep nothing secret. I can be messy if I want to. I can talk about it if I want to, period. So yeah, that ended up happening like that. But yeah, that's what they do. I've seen it. But the weird part about it, and I'm telling y'all ladies this, the weird part about it is that the common occurrence and the common theme of it all is that those ones that mess with women, they always tend to be the ones wanting somebody to come and bend them over. I don't get that. For the life of me, I don't get that. They always, 9 times out of 10, they be the ones trying to slurp and trying to get bent over. And I'm just like, I wonder why. And it makes me wonder, what do you do with your woman? What do you do with them? Because I don't know I don't get that, how a man can be with a woman, but then he really want to get, beat up in the sheets. Like, that don't make no sense to me. It's weird. They always be the ones, and I'm like, and they be the nastiest ones. They be willing to do anything, and I'm just like, those are the ones that I always be declining. I'm like, oh no, oh, married, oh, bisexual, oh, you with somebody, oh, you creeping? Like, nah, I'm good. Cause if you doing all of that, first of all, I appreciate the honesty, cause most of the times they lie and they get caught in their own lies. Cause I'm like the dude that sent me the damn shower scene had the nerve to even have music going with it. Y'all, he edited a video. He edited a video to send, and I was just like, wow. I'm like, you forgot to take off your ring though. And he, I'm like, your wife probably don't think it's you know? But people don't respect their own relationships, but they expect you to do all the respecting for them. And it's always like that. Kenyatta says, yeah, men in power always want to be dominated. Right, right. My friend is messing with a DL who's got a wife and kids. Wife and kids. I think to myself, how the F you sleep at night? Right. But like I told you with my friend in the beginning of the story time, is that he said he used to get up out the bed with the wife, go across town and he said one time this man worked him so good. He said he had him in a headstand. I said it, y'all. He said he had me flipped over in a headstand and was, and I want all the ladies that's sitting here like, my feelings will be hurt for you if that's your husband somewhere across town in a headstand. Cause I would be like, babe, you couldn't, like, damn, a headstand? You got another man putting you in a pretzel? Got you doing a banana split and all type of stuff that I didn't even know that you could do. I didn't even know you knew how to do no split. But he got you over in a headstand. And he said he came back home. I was like, did you feel guilty? He was like, hell no. I got up in the bed. My toes was curled up, eyes rolling in the back of my head, and I slept like a baby. That's what he said. And I was like, oh. And little did he know, honestly, that was my friend, but little did he know I judged him about that. Because I was looking like, really? Who does stuff like that? I couldn't believe that somebody would actually behave in that way. But he did. And he was proud of it. He did not care. Give me the thumbs up, y'all. We almost to our 100 likes. We're almost to the 100 likes. Charlotta laughing. Kenyatta laughing. Love the weed is laughing. Yeah. Very bad old. I want to be in the headstand. Leslie Cole, okay. And my friend used to love that headstand, like, cause throughout our friendship, that headstand was the headstand was headstanding. And I remember I'll never forget when he told me that he got that sciatica, and he said I can't be doing the headstand too much longer. I'm like, damn, you still doing the headstand? I ain't never did it. I ain't never did no headstand. But I mean, there's some, I say it all the time that there are some adventures in life that I'm trying to achieve. Okay, I'm trying to go on more than just touristic adventures. I'm trying to go on adventures, period. But yeah, the pretzel. But yeah, that be the thing, y'all. The common recurrence. I'm so sick of the homo thugs. The homo thugs. I mean, golly, I don't know how many times I done came across the sagging, deep voice, masculine walking, and they always the ones that they always want something to get done to them, and be very aggressive about it. Be very aggressive about it. And it's like, and this one dude, I was at the CVS, and um he pulls up on me in the Camaro, and he was like, "Man, I had to walk out the store because you had me on brick when I was in the store, and I was just looking around trying to find out who the hell is that with that sexy ass high voice." Me? I was like, "You talking about me?" And yeah, y'all, he was like, "Man, your voice just had me like I couldn't even stand in the line no more because I was just on brick. I had to come out to my car." And I was like, "Okay." He was like, "Can I get your number?" And I was really thinking no, because I was like, he was too old for me. He was looking a little older. He was an older gentleman, but he had a nice red, candy coated red Camaro, and I liked that. And my friend was like nudging me the same. We gonna call my friend Headstand, okay? Headstand was nudging me like, "If you don't get his number," and I was like, so I took it. He comes over my house. I'm thinking automatically like, you like my high voice. You obviously you trying to get me to do some bending over that I'm not finna do, cause I'm like I don't be getting down like that. Um, I haven't gotten that adventurous yet. But when I get over, when he and he's super masculine, when I get over there, he like, "Oh, I was wanting you to I want you to do me." I was like, "Oh," and I still didn't want to, but I was just like, I still didn't want it. I was like, like, I'm not. That's just not gonna happen. I had to turn him down, but my friend was so jealous. Headstand was mad because Headstand was like, I was walking in the I was walking slow past him when I was in the store. I walked right past him. Why he didn't ask for my number? Y'all see, y'all do y'all clock that T? How I constantly seem to always have been around people that would be side hating. Cause if that was meant for you, that would have been meant for you. Like he was like, "Why he didn't ask for my number?" I'm like, "Child, I don't know. I don't even want the man." He was married, he had kids, and he was looking for somebody to bend him on over. And he had that good money because he was a retired veteran too, just like me. So I knew that he was getting that 100%. Okay. So he probably would have been a good little mix. He was actually nice to me, y'all. He was so nice. He wanted a relationship, and like right off the bat was just telling me like, "I got this many kids. I got me and my wife still together. We're just separated. I'm never gonna divorce her, but I'm looking for something serious." Da 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 da. Like he was real nice, and he was just like he just fell in love with me instantly just because of my voice. I was like, really? I'm like, I ain't never really liked my voice. I'm like, but you coming out here, I'm attracting somebody with my voice. I was like, okay, okay. I turned into a presser for my B-day, and I swear he had to be DL. Wait a minute, because he turned you into the pretzel, he had to be DL? You got to tell me what you mean by that, Kenyatta. You got to tell me what you mean by that. Law and that's double worries. You got to worry about another woman and you got to worry about another man. I couldn't. Okay, Mocha. Okay. You said Lawanda. Okay, let me see. Call me a freak. I'll accept it because I'll only be a freak for my man and the lady in the streets and the freak in the sheets. Wait a minute, hold on. So you will be okay with your man being bisexual? Hold on. That's T. If that's the case, you clocking T. I wasn't prepared for that. You got a whole man folding you over, but I'm not allowed to go out with my girls because he paranoid as F. Okay, Siren. That's the thing. Like they don't want you to do nothing, a child. Was I ever in a situation where they didn't want me to do nothing? Okay, so right, there's this story. Okay, so I was in a love triangle. This could be a video by itself, but so my homegirl, she was a white girl, and she had all the ninjas. I don't know why they liked her bald headed ass, but they did. She didn't have no ass, nothing. I don't know what she was doing for the men. I think the reason that they might have liked her is because she let them trap about her apartment. But anyway, I digress. So she had this I don't even understand what, like, first of all, when I came around her, when me and her became friends, there were no ninjas in her house. But then suddenly it's all these ninjas around every single day, sitting around on the couch, they smoking, playing games, playing cards, doing this, doing dumb shit. Like literally dumb shit all day long. And so the one in charge, the boyfriend, I think his name was DeAndre. So DeAndre, he was like, I guess locally known. I don't know what that man did, but he was real weird, y'all. Really weird. Because me, the way I operate when I got homegirls and they got their men and they men got their friends, they partners and whatnot, I don't talk to them. I come in, I be so super bougie, stuck up. Only thing I want to know is when you finna. I'm gonna tell my girl to make you give me what I want. What you mean? It's my girl. So I'm like, I'm telling her, I'm like, all I ever do is hands out. Hands out. That's all and I'm gonna move on my way. I hang out with the girls. I'm not here for the boys. And they always kept fucking with me. Every single time. I'm like, why they always keep on being in my face? They he was okay, he'll do stuff like, child, her boyfriend, clock this T, y'all. He used to like tickle me. I was like, what the hell is you doing? In front of her. In front of her, he messing with me, pulling on my shirt and stuff. I'm like, and yeah, that's how you know I wasn't going because I'm making faces and cause see if I was into it, I'm like, stop, quit, stop that, okay, quit, boy, stop. Like ain't nobody, the high voice, you use the high voice when you really into that stuff, boy, quit, stop. I told you to stop, quit, stuff like that. But I never did that because I was like, my face was, oh my goodness, I was candy face all day. I was like, Todd, you want some of my money? I was candy face all day long. I was not feeling him. And he kept messing with me. First, the way it first started was I would be over there and I would be ignoring everything that the men would be saying. I would just only comment when me and the girls talking and just ignore them. And it seemed like that just made them want to talk even more. And they would always try to include me in something. And I'm like, well, I don't even be talking to y'all. Why I'm always included in y'all scenarios and y'all always talking to me. So we going to call it a long story short. So one day, because when I told y'all they always was doing some dumb shit, one of the days, because he's the boss, and I guess the people around him, they work up under him. He was a boxer, you guys, like really a lethal type of boxer. Because the day that I saw, I guess he paid one of his people that was up under him, he paid them to be a punching bag, and he beat the fuck out of him. And I'm like, what? Who takes money to get beat up? But he did. Or that's the story that they gave. I don't know if he might have messed up a serve or something. But when I tell y'all his face looked like Tina Turner when me and my husband, we got into a fight. I got 38 cents in a mobile car. But if you give me a room, I promise I'll pay you back. I will pay you back. Every cent, I'm going to pay you back. My husband and I were supposed to perform tonight. We got into a fight. I'm talking eye was over here, mouth was over there, lip was over there, nose was all flared up. He was beat the fuck up. He was beat up bad, y'all. And this boy was walking around. He kept taking, he made him keep taking pictures and stuff and send it to everybody. And I was like, who beat you up? Now that one time I did talk to them ninjas. I was like, who beat you up? And he was like, I did. And I said straight to his face, I was like, shitting me. Shitting me. He was like, you wanna be next? And I said, shitting me. I said, child, I wasn't going. I wasn't scared because I'm like, win or lose or draw. I'm not. This just like how Dolly was against Tasiki. Just because you a eater don't mean that you finna just eat me. You ate him. You ain't finna do me like that. Period. I don't know. I don't care boxing or whatever. Boxing or whatever. I'm still coming with my ones and my twos. Like you definitely gonna be having a scratch or something. You gonna know that you was in a motherfucking fight. But anyway, he was walking around like that, and somebody at the door. I didn't order nothing. So it ain't for me, it's for somebody else. But anyway, um, so I wasn't going. So that day, I'll never forget. Y'all know what I said. Y'all know what I always say to the man. I was ready. I'm like, you know, where my blunts? I need my blunts. So, and he was like, he gave me the little sack. And then I was like, where the wraps? I need both. And he was like, oh, I just rolled up the last one I had. Man, damn. He was like, come ride with me to the store. I'm like, I'll just wait for you to come back. I said that instantly. I'm like, I'll just wait for you to come back. He's like, no, just come with me. Just come with me. So I go with him. I goes with him. Nothing happened. He gave me the money. Well, no, there's something did happen. He gave me $100. He just gave me 100 and told me to go in there and buy it. And then when I came out with the change, he was like, just keep it. So that was the first thing, okay? And I told my homegirl about it because I'm like, girl, I don't want, please do not think I'm trying to take your man, girl. I don't want your man. I'm not even attracted. Like, when I talk about short, very short, and he had that short man, like, complex. He had that. And I didn't like that at all. So, Lord have mercy. I went to Verizon and I got a new plan and I got a brand new cell phone. And this is what caused me and my homegirl to fall out. This is what caused us. Is that Newton? Somebody making a lot of noise out there. But this caused us to fall out. This is when the straw that broke the camel's back. I got a phone call. I mean, I just turned my phone on, y'all. I sent my number to her because that's my homegirl. And I sent my number to my other homegirl. I get a phone call and it's DeAndre on my phone. And he said, he on the phone talking about some, how you get my number? Who the fuck this is? And why you playing on my fucking phone? Huh? First of all, you calling me. I hung up in his face and I blocked him. I hung up in his face and I blocked him because I'm like, I ain't got time for no childish games. So I called her because I'm like, you got my number. So why is your boyfriend calling me? Don't play. I'm not playing no games like this. I'm too damn grown. I was 22. I'm like, I'm 22 years old. I'm too damn grown. I'm not. I'm 22 years old. I'm too damn grown. I'm not finna play these childish games with y'all. I don't know what y'all trying to do. But I'm gonna let you know right now, don't play with me like that. And so she hit the fan and she started coming at me hard, like talking about some, you been trying to get him, you been wanted him. And she made me slip up and I told her ass straight to her motherfucking face. I said, I don't want your boyfriend. I want your baby daddy. Okay? The one that you always talking shit about. Talking about, see, he got a little small little bit. I was like, I want your baby daddy with his fine ass. I don't want your boyfriend and his short ass. Who wants him? I'm like, of course she treated him. She put him on the pedestal. And I'm like, that's the one who ain't shit. The one that had a real job and was going to work a real job and was doing things the legal way, taking care of his children. You didn't want him. You wanted the one that was a thug. I didn't want him at all. Didn't despise that man. But this man was really trying to play on my phone, talking about some, and he called me again, y'all. I don't know how he did that. Well, he must have had a burner phone or something. He called me again. He was like, "I heard that you was running around, telling people that I'm gay. I don't go that way." I'm like, why is you calling my phone? I ain't said nothing about you. You just wanna y'all see, put a one in the chat if y'all see the play. That man was he was waiting on me to try to grab him on up, and I wasn't trying to get you. Simply wasn't trying to get the man. I didn't want the man. And like I told her, bald headed ass, I told her I wanted the baby daddy of anybody. So and we got into it, and her baby daddy ended up being the person that took me. He took me over there to her job because we was smoking one time, and he was like, I'm telling him all the stuff that she done did and the new boyfriend and how they said that he'll do this and do that to him. I'm telling it all because we done fell out. And he was like, you want to pull up on her at her job? I said, shitting me, yes. Yes, I do. I want to pull up on her. I want to pull up on her because she called me. She had the nerve to call me from the hair salon talking shit. And I called back to the hair salon and she hung up the phone in my face. And I was like, so better yet, I can pop up to the hair salon. I could pop up to the hair salon to come let you know to your face what I got to say to your bald-headed, a white girl and bald-headed. I'm like, girl, now make that make sense because normally white girls be having some hair. But you a white girl bald-headed with a little spot. She was a white girl with a Fantasia cut, y'all. She was a white girl with a Fantasia. When I see you, she had the Fantasia. Like, I'm like, girl, bald headed. I stayed calling her bald head. When we fell out, oh yeah, you want to talk about me? You want to talk shit? I'm gonna call you bald headed, like how you is. Oh, bald headed had that. My kids are black hairstyle. My kids are black hairstyle. And I was like, girl, bye. So what I did was I popped up. He come walking behind me, and in the middle, I'm going off, y'all. My blood is boiling because I'm going off because she been talking shit, and I couldn't say nothing back because she kept hanging up, and then she eventually disconnected the line. So I'm boiling, but in the middle of me talking shit, I realized the situation. I'm like, damn, your baby daddy's standing behind me, and he brought me up here. I just shut up and I said, and your baby daddy brought me here. Yes, he brought me here. He brought me here. He brought me here. And she looking at him, she looking at me. She looked at him, she looked at me, she looked at him, looked at me. I'm like, and he brought me here. And he brought me here. And he brought me up here. I just wanted to confuse her. I wanted to make her mad. I wanted her to, cause she was talking big shit. I wanted her to be mad at me, and she sure enough was mad because she was trying to talk shit at first, but then she started looking at him and was too focused on him. I'm like, yeah, exactly, yeah, He brought me up here, but then and he was had the nerve to kind of be a little bit mad, like I don't want to be in it, but I'm like, you know, you was in it because you did bring me up here though. You brought me here. It wasn't like Zay lied. It wasn't like Zay lied. I was telling the truth. You did bring me up there, and it was your idea. You asked me if I wanted to go pull up on her, and I said absolutely yes. I sure do. And looking back on it, those were some stupid, childish decisions that I was making because I could have been up in jail playing them type of games. Let me see. Y'all put a one in the chat exactly. Stop, finish her right. I had to stop. I stopped arguing. I didn't say nothing else. I had looked and I had realized what the situation was. And I was like, girl, your baby daddy brought me here. Shut up. Shut up. Because I had already told her, I'm like, girl, first of all, you act like you got a real job. You sweeping up hair at the hair salon and answering the phones. You're the phone girl, the hair sweeping girl. You don't do no hair. You're bald headed. You don't even know what you're doing. Sit down somewhere. And then your baby daddy brought me up here. Yeah, talking about that I want your man. Didn't nobody want your man. Didn't nobody want him. It was the baby daddy. He was too fine. I'll never forget the first time when I saw him. He was on his way getting kicked out of her apartment, and the new man was on the way in. And I just thought that he was just like, he had really nice lips, eyes, skin complexion. And it was really okay, so my friend at the time, y'all remember my whole friend that I told y'all about? Of course, he was on it. Before I even said anything, he was like, my goodness, did you see the baby daddy? Oh my God. When he put on them work pants, you could see them cakes, and he got some nice lips and nice eyes and da 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 and this and that. And I was like, I was sitting over to the side quiet, but I was like, yeah, I did notice like he is cute. He is good looking. And she was one of those girls that she was talking so bad about him, like hoping that didn't nobody would want her, she talks bad about him so nobody would want her baby daddy. But I was smarter than the average bear, obviously. And because I'm like, girl, I know he can't be this big, because the way that you act over him, the way that you went over there to go bust his windows, that was way before Jasmine Sullivan. She was busting windows out of cars, and I was riding and dying back then. I was right along with her, and I let him know. I was like, look, I told her not to do it. Dang, that seemed like I was not being a loyal friend, but I was being real to me. Okay, I was being real to myself, holding it down for myself, because I did tell her that. Because I was telling her, look, girl, don't get me involved in nothing. Like, I don't want, like, I kept telling her, this ain't worth it. Like, if you done with the man, why you got to bust his windows? Right? So, honey child, baby boo, she gonna bust the man windows and then turn around and say, I'll pay for it. Just a dumb bitch. She just was dumb. Like she was real dumb, childish, and bald headed. Like she just was doing the most. But I liked him. And I don't mean like that. Like I liked him as a person, and he was cute to look at, He was cute to look at back then. Look, child, he look a mess now. But back in the days, he was something to look at. My friend wanted him so bad. He wanted him super, super bad, was trying to get that man. And I was like, mm-mm. That's how we ended up getting into an argument. Are you back in Atlanta? No, I am in Nairobi, Kenya. So that's what let me know and to this day, we have mutual friends, me and that girl, we have mutual friends and we cool. But I think the last time she mentioned me, she said something like, oh, you still talk to him? Oh, she's like, oh, you still talk to him? Because it's funny, because me and her we was cool. We were the one that was cool first. And then I ended up being friends with her friend, and me and her stopped. We just did not talk anymore because she was coming for me. She was coming for me hard over the fact that she thought I wanted her man. I'm like, I never did. Never wanted the man, never said nothing to the man. That man called my phone. He had got my number from your Facebook, and you never checked him about it. I didn't have that man number. I never had his number until he called my Verizon phone. But whatever the case was, I mean, some people would have went down that road. Some people would have went ahead and see what it do, and I wasn't trying to see. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna get up off of here. I ain't trying to F your man. Everybody knows he's my number one fan, period, Kenyatta. But I'm about to get up off of here, y'all. These views on this video been stuck right in the same spot for like the past, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but clearly, this video, for it to be as long as it was, this is like something's going on with this algorithm, but this is always the way that it is. It always has these weird moments where the views do not be viewing. But it don't matter to me. It's okay. I'm going to see y'all the next time that I can get the strength to do a video. I'm sorry that this video was like this. Hopefully the story was even entertaining enough, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to come back to make a video, y'all. I don't know. But I'm going to call y'all back.